What up, y'all? It's me, Nate Almighty, and I'm back with another Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 4, Theory and Prediction. And you know what? I'm taking another shot in the dark. As you guys could previously recall, I am the first man on the internet who said that there's possibly that little guy is a little ghost. I'm the first one who said it, so I'm going to take another shot in the dark because I took a shot in the dark that day. But you see how everybody else is picking it up, right? Go check the archives. I was the first one who called it and said that could be little ghosts. But listen though, another shot in the dark. Kanan fights Jukebox for keeping the secret about Marvin killing Famous. We're taking another shot in the dark today, people. Today we're going to theorize because we still have not seen the beginning of a fallout, a real fallout between Jukebox and Kanan. We've seen them be at odds briefly, at least one time over the course of the series during each season, and it has slowly escalated, right? It went from being verbal to kind of physical, right? With Jukebox being the aggressor. But now, I pose the question. When Jukebox and Kanan have that fight, because the fight will happen, and it will be on screen, and it will be monumental. That fight they had where she gave Kanan the scar on his neck. Is that because Kanan found out Marvin killed Famous and Jukebox was keeping the secret? Meaning, she willingly went along, not gonna say she willingly went along with Kanan, as Kanan decided to probably kill a couple people who he thought did it, maybe Freddy's crew or whatever. Maybe initially she didn't know, but she came to find out and she still ran with it, right? Leading Kanan to potentially kill people that he felt guilty about killing or felt like it wasn't necessary. If only he knew who really killed Famous. And then in the heat of the moment, Jukebox ends up telling the truth. Is this what we're up against? You know what? We have to have a list of every potential situation that could cause that huge fight between Jukebox and Kanan, right? Where by the end of this video, even if it's not because Kanan finds out that Jukebox kept the secret about who killed Famous, but we will know that out of every scenario that I'm going to name on this list, because I got a list. I got a list of 5, potentially 6. Oh yes, I rhyme. But we are going to find out what are the most likely scenarios other than Famous being killed by Marvin that will cause the fight between Kanan and Jukebox. And you will understand that the most likely scenario is the scenario that Marvin killed Famous, Jukebox found out, and kept it a secret. This video is going to be another one. This video is going to be a banger, a doozy, everything you could possibly think of, man. Go ahead, like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Without further ado, let's get to it. Alright now, y'all, so like I said, I have the top 5 reasons why Jukebox and Kanan will ultimately have this fight, other than the number 1 reason that I already stated, which will help you guys understand why it's most likely Jukebox kept the secret. Why? Because of her loyalty to her father, and because she didn't want to see a rift between her family members, right? But getting to another reason that could cause a fight, reason number 1, Jukebox harms Crystal in any kind of way. Now, when we say any kind of way, and we talk about her getting into it with Crystal, to me, I feel like it's kind of whack that Crystal had all of this bad stuff happen to Jukebox just for Jukebox to be like, yeah, it's okay. Because if you ask me, it seemed like Jukebox was going to take it there with Crystal, right? Right? Jukebox harmed the people who Crystal sent on her, right? But she didn't harm Crystal. Crystal didn't suffer any consequences for what she did. Crystal didn't suffer any consequences for what she did, right? So here's the thing. Unless they retcon Sean's mother, right? Crystal is not Kanan's baby mother. But Kanan will believe that he is. Maybe Crystal's not even pregnant and she lying about the pregnancy. That's a whole nother story. But what if Crystal is lying about the pregnancy, or it's potentially another dude? Jukebox would be the one to find out, see her associated with that other dude, right? Find out that she might be trying to trap Kanan. She directly tries to tell Kanan, Kanan don't believe nothing. Kanan don't believe nothing, right? This would eventually lead to Jukebox confronting Crystal. Crystal gonna say something stupid. Jukebox gonna beat her up. Jukebox gonna beat her up, and if she is pregnant, she loses the baby. That's enough to have Kanan fight Jukebox over. However, I don't think that's gonna happen. And then when you get to number two, reason number two that caused a fight, Kanan causes another love interest of Jukebox to die. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say we ain't never gonna see that. We ain't never gonna see that. Now, it's more likely that Jukebox could kill someone who Kanan loves, right? Right? And expect him to hold it down too. This person could be Crystal. Who knows, right? But I still think overall, that whole trope of one killing the other one's love, I believe that we've seen enough of that, right? I believe that the writers are more creative than that. But reason number three, right? Kanan sleeps with a love interest, or vice versa. I believe that if Marvin has nothing to do with Famous' death and that doesn't cause the fight, I believe that this could be one of the most highly likely reasons why they get into a fight. And Jukebox is so angry with Kanan that she literally tries to kill him and gives him a scar on his neck. It seems like she literally tried to kill him. I mean, what would make her angry enough to do that, right? Either Kanan beats her up or really hurts her over Marvin, or maybe Kanan sleeps with someone who Jukebox is dating. And it would have to be someone who she's dating, where that person cheated on Juke with Kanan, which would make her angry enough to try to kill Kanan, right? It would have to be a situation like that. I remind y'all, in OG Power, Kanan did the same thing. She slept with a love interest of Jukebox, but in that scenario, Jukebox kind of was like running point on that situation in order to gain information on Kanan that she could use to manipulate him, right? So maybe she learned to use that tactic, knowing from a young age that Kanan was thirsty for poon, and he'll sleep with whoever will let him sleep with them, right? Right? Maybe that happens. But let's move on, right? One robs the other. This is something that is also possible, but I feel like neither of them would stoop to that level, even though that's something that's serious enough to cause a fight, serious enough for Jukebox to try to kill Kanan and thus leaving a scar on his neck, right? And last but not least, we got number 5, which is the main topic in accordance to the title of this video. A secret gets revealed, or many secrets get revealed, that causes a huge fight. But what kind of secret will be devastating enough? At this point, Kanan already knows that his mother's a rat. Maybe Jukebox already knows that, right? What could be more devastating than Jukebox harming Crystal if Kanan even cares about Crystal that much, right? What is the worst thing Jukebox could possibly do to Kanan? Keeping a secret about who killed his best friend, who he was treating badly before he died, right? And that would be Jukebox finding out Marvin killed Famous and then holding it down and never letting him know. I don't see another situation that's more serious than that will result in that kind of fight where Kanan will obviously, right, become physically imposing the Jukebox. And even though Jukebox could fight, she still can't deal with the young man's strength, which would have her get a weapon and try to kill Kanan. In which we could see her grab her weapon in the heat of the moment, slice Kanan's neck, realize he bleeding, and then stop. Potentially come back to her senses, right? Hold the blood down or put the pressure down on Kanan's neck until the EMTs come and everything like that. Or she'll rush, leave. Maybe there's someone there with Kanan and they call 911. Maybe Crystal is there when it happens. Something like that. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.
Can't teach that shit, nigga. Come on. That's gotta get that. That's touch my ink. That's on the dome, nigga.